From a stylistic perspective, I love mixing vintage pieces, like this vintage blouse with the Laurent Kimono underneath it, with a vintage belt and like the brown, not vintage boots, but killer boots. Doing that with my plain monos in different fabrics, taking like a leather, this is actually my dad's from the 70s, can you believe it? Doing this with a plain mono and taupe, and then doing another vintage vest with the white shirting kimono. So you could wear this as a dress, you could wear that as a shirt. I just love mixing old with new and just styling things in diverse ways that you're not bored of. So you invest in a piece and it has many different ways and many different possibilities, because we don't want to get bored with what we love. And then I created these pajama, like PJ sets. So it's like a shorter kimono with pockets, and these are kind of like a wraparound pant. I have them kind of drop crotch, non-wraparound, but there's just the idea of like a little pajama set, like pajamas you can wear street style, which is very cool. So I've had many evolutions of the kimono, and they just keep evolving. I've got the wrap mono, which is like a wrap dress. And then anybody who knows me well, will see me running around in this little number. This is my trench mono. If I were to live and die as any of my creations, it would be a trench mono. I think the versatility of this is everything. You can wear it on an airplane and fall asleep on it, especially the linen, and it gets really wrinkled and it just looks even cooler. This is the Laurel, which is in a kind of a beige khaki linen. I love this, and I did it in this techno fabric this summer, which is amazing. This is Das Techno Mono, so fusing German techno and disco. So it's a fusion of my two passions. Here's another one, the Laurent, like the jumpsuit I'm wearing underneath. This is pretty amazing. So there's many trench monos and techno monos and lots of monos coming in the future, but I think it was just important for me to show how I'm taking the kimono, modernizing it, and just pushing the life cycle, the design cycle of it. And so that's what I'm doing. As a stylist, I was always drawn to the elegant simplicity of a kimono and how it can be worn a multitude of ways. Backwards, forwards, tied in the front, worn as a dress, worn as a blouse, or even under a vest or a blazer. It truly is a limitless piece. I began exploring new styles within the kimono body by draping it into new silhouettes and choosing fabrics that had a versatility to it so that it could be changed into completely different looks. This was very cool and exciting to me. Here's my little kimono disco queen dictionary. Kimono, so that's traditional, with a lapel or without. And if it doesn't have a lapel, I make a little small strap for the back so you can tie in the sleeves and make it T-back convertible. Kimono, that is my jumpsuit kimono hybrid with the kimono sleeves and a shape that also goes sleeveless as a kimono, just like the kimono without a lapel. Trench mono. Well, that's my favorite. Trench coat and kimono hybrid, love child. Wrap mono, inspired by Diane von Furstenberg and her iconic wrap dress silhouette. The wrap mono has different silhouettes, a cutout shoulder, some cutout sleeves, but it's just like this gorgeous little wrap mono dress. And then finally, the kimono PJ pant sets. So there's some that wrap around the front, some that are kind of drop crotch with a shorter kimono as a jacket. Vests. Sleeveless vests or waistcoats. And no, I didn't invent this, but I've been using vintage vests in my styling for years. I love to layer them on top of plaimonos or kimonos. And now I created a vest that I pair with pants and a trench to create a three-piece suit look. Blouse mono. A V-neck tunic style blouse with kimono sleeves. It's my ode to the poet blouse I've made up until now, and we will see where the kimono evolution continues. So basically, as long as it has a kimono sleeve style, it is part of my kimono evolution.